everybody, Grumpy Keeper here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to disassemble a clock. It doesn't need to be magnetic, but mine is just a magnetic one. You could have the regular version, but I just have this magnetic version. So what you want to do is you want to grab a screwdriver. This is a special Moyu screwdriver that I got from my Moyu 4x4. And you just want to, on the sides here you can see these little screws, and you just want to obviously unscrew those. And what I've seen about doing this over and over is that it takes a very long time to unscrew these. But yeah, it just takes a pretty long time to unscrew these. So you just gotta work on it for a pretty long time. So about this far would probably be ideal, but I guess you could do it like that far. We just need it to be able to like make these outer layer, like this clear plastic, to be able to just come off. Loosen in this one. This one was the one on my clock that I found that was the hardest to loosen. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe I just tightened it too much, but it's the hardest one to loosen for me. Yeah, this time it's a little easier to loosen it, but yeah. And then I'm moving on to this one. Okay, let's see if that's good enough. Almost. We need to loosen these two a little bit more. You can loosen it however much you want, but I'm not going to loosen it too much because it's pretty hard to screw back on. Well, it's not hard to screw back on, it just takes a pretty long time. So now you can see that we have these outer layers starting to move around like this, and we just want to pull this out. I think I need to loosen this one a little bit more. Oh yes. So you can see here that the bottom is moving the most, and the top right here, where this screw is moving the least amount. So the top is the one that we want to unscrew. Okay, I think that's good. Nope, we still need to loosen this one. This time, the top one is the one that's the most difficult one. Ah, is that it? Let's see. That should be good enough. Ah, there we go. So right as we take this apart, you can see that it has this layer of clear plastic, and this has a very long screw that fits right into these holes up here. And I've had this happen to me one time before, and it was where one of these moved by itself, which makes it impossible. So try not to touch these very much, because sometimes it will make it impossible to actually solve. But you can just push it like in a weird way like this and just move it back to its correct spot. So once we have it opened, it's a lot harder to move around. And these little pegs, I guess, fit right into these little holes right in here, like so, just like that. And I don't think you can take this magnetic clock apart any more than this. now you can just clean it, do whatever you want with it. I once had, I don't know, it was just this weird white thing that was super annoying when I was trying to speed solve it. But yeah, now I'm going to put it back together. You can just stick it like that, right on there. And then stick this one in. Should sink in pretty perfectly. And then you just want to tighten it up again. Okay, I just tightened it, and that is all we need to do. Now you can see that it moves perfectly, and these pegs also move well. I like mine a little looser, so I made mine a little looser, but you can have yours tighter, looser, whatever you want. So if you just be careful, because if you loosen it too much, then these can start moving apart. But mine is a little tighter than that, like this. And it might have the risk of falling apart. I hope you guys learned how to deassemble the magnetic clock. If you do not know how to solve a Rubik's clock, then you can go to my other video on how to solve the Rubik's clock. And see you guys next time on Grumpy Cuber.